Hello, my babes. What's going on? Can you guys see me and hear me? I'm just waiting for StreamYard to stop acting up. Hello, hello. It is Sunday Fun Day. And what are we going to do today? We're going to have some fun. We're going to get into some true crime. Let's see what's going on. I know I was not online yesterday. I just can't pass up spending time with my parents. I can't. I will not ever take it for granted. So I did that yesterday, but I'm back. We have a couple of lives today. We're going to start off with JLR, the whole domestic violence situation. We're going to go into 𝗠𝗲𝗶𝗶𝗍𝗍, start reviewing the lawsuit. If you're not familiar with that case, do get familiar with it. I will be streaming 𝗝cie𝗶H's trial tomorrow morning early. It should only be a couple days. Honestly, I think it might be like a 3-day trial. We'll see. I could be wrong. But anyways, shout out to all of you guys for being here. We have 𝗠𝗲𝗶𝗶𝗍𝗍 today, and I will be reviewing my interview with Renee Indikas, aka 𝗝𝗶𝗆, late tonight if you're into that thing. And then we do have Kenzie reading tonight. So busy day. But first of all, shout out to you for being here and watching, all the replay viewers. We have a lot of new subs. Welcome. I am Melly. This is my home, and you are welcome here as long as we remain respectful, cool, and fun. We like to have a lot of fun here. But fun and true crime, good mix, can mix. Let me say hello to everyone. We're gonna get started. This isn't a deep dive. Like I don't have it set up like, a book report, but we're gonna go through the victim statement. We're going to watch a couple of old cringe videos that I came across from the last live. This is the second JLR live that I have streamed. There's a playlist now, so definitely go and check out all my playlists. There's a lot of videos, so don't get overwhelmed. But I have already covered this before, and I just want to start out by saying that there are two sides to every story. I'm not defending him, nor am I not defending her, right? I'm just here to give you guys what I've been seeing online, and my personal feelings. I don't share those. I think most of you who know me pretty well know how I feel about this, but I'm not just going to come on here and shit on him. But also, I don't condone violence, but also nobody's perfect. We all have a very dark, dark past, most of us. Some of us, someone in the comments was like, you said most of us, and I don't. And I was like, okay, well, you must be perfect. But anyways, yes. So you just let me know what you think in the comments and in the videos. You have the right to your opinion, and I respect it 100%. I saw old days in here. Debbie, hello, hello. I see abuelitas. Shout out to all my mods, my friends. Love them to death. I see Lieutenant Kenny. Hello, love. Hello, good morning from Sac, California. Hello, hello. I see you're a new chatter. Hello, Ramon. Thank you, abuelita. You're always so sweet. Appreciate you. You need time for yourself too. Thank you, Debbie. Love you. Very true. And hello, Edith. Good to see you. Hello, Irony. And let's get into it. Tippy. Hi, Tippy. Good to see all of y'all. I hope you guys are having a good weekend and being bad. Let me pull up. Let's start with the Magnolia's statement. I feel like I can't. I mean, it's out there. This information is out there. It's very public information. We're reviewing it for educational purposes, domestic violence, health, mental health. Because I see some of that going here, and I'm hearing that there might be some mental health factors, and that really does break my heart. It's not that I'm saying that I'm defending him, but I myself have had an experience with a mental health struggle. So, and it took a lot for me to get out of that. So one day I will share my experience here soon, but maybe with 𝗝𝗆𝗆. Nonetheless, it's a very shitty situation. The domestic violence, the mental health. She's been, staying quiet for quite some time. So trigger warning, I'm going to show you the picture. Hi, Wavy. And Evie. Hello, Evie. Did I miss you, Evie? When I gave shout outs? Appreciate you too, girl. And I see Wavy in here. Hello, love. This is, this is all public information. Like I said, you can find it on X, Google, YouTube, anywhere. This is it right here. Yeah, I know. I know. It's terrible. It's terrible. Make myself smaller. This is one of the photos that's going around, and the victim Magnolia is very much being vocal about this. So, oh, okay, Evie, I love you. You know that. You know you're my girl. Um, she's been very vocal about it on X, so that's why I'm also talking about it. I'm very hesitant because we are going to be reviewing her statement. We're going to be reviewing some videos, but we're also going to be reviewing his history with lawsuits. We talked about it a little on the last one. You know, he was in the Guinness World Book of Records or whatever for being the person who filed the most lawsuits. So I did get some information from Nerdy on X. Couple other people. I always give them shout outs, but you can see the tags when I show you the information as well. But she has been very vocal about this on X. So um uh, I'm not disrespectfully exposing this picture. This is a bruise on her eye that allegedly has was caused by JLR. JLR Investigates is a YouTuber who has recently had and made a lot of views and made a lot of money off the Nancy Guthrie case. Let's get her statement. It's not very long, but I want to make sure we read it. Sorry. Someone was like, "You're married, that's nice." I'm like, no, we're just going through stuff, reviewing stuff, talking. We're having a general conversation. Um, okay, here it is. Never okay to hit a woman or anyone. No, it's not. You're absolutely right. It's never okay to put your hands on someone. So she says, I wanted to acknowledge that I'm obviously aware that the 𝗏𝗏 County Domestic Violence Police report from Christmas Day and my protection order have come to light. The New York Post reached out to me yesterday and I answered some of the questions they had for the story they were working on. The police report speaks for itself. This has been extremely traumatizing beyond words, and withdrawing completely felt like the safest way for me to begin the long journey of healing. I've had the support of family, police, doctors, advocates, and my therapist. Being thrown into the role of a quote unquote survivor has been the hardest thing I've ever endured. Impact has had on my life is immeasurable, and I know it's not something that will ever truly go away. I know the road ahead will be long, but I'm taking it one day and one task at a time. I want to assure everyone that I'm safe now. I did have surgery to repair my nose, and it appears to have been successful, but I won't know for several months if further treatment is needed. I do know I'm very lucky to be alive, and I don't take that for granted. Rio, her little baby dog, is also safe and has been with me through everything. He was not harmed aside from being exposed to the violence. I don't intend to rehash this publicly, but I do want to say that I'm incredibly grateful for the support I've received and for the many people who have reached out over the last couple of months out of concern for my well-being. Magnolia. Hello, Patty, my love. Good to see you. This is sad. I'm glad you had a good birthday, Wavy. Happy birthday, love. You deserve it. And I'm glad you're here. That's just, it's sad. It's really sad. I would have issues if he abused any animal too. I know she posted her dog. Do you guys want to see? Okay, I'll show you because it's really cute. I had to. Look at this. I decided after this, I'm gonna go rescue a dog. Yeah. Cute. That made me happy after reading that post. Funny, it's not the first time a lady has claimed this. And I'm open to that. I have heard a lot of stuff regarding situations with her, and although they are important, and I guess if I get more receipts, I would love to go over that. But I think at this point in time, that's not really what we're focused on here. Magnolia's past, like, damn, we're gonna go into everyone's past every single time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, and I'll report on it if I get enough receipts and documents for it. I will if it's necessary, but I just feel like, you know, I think that's not the point here. But I respect your opinion, and You're right. Not everything is what it seems, and that's why I said there's two sides to every story, and some people have been through domestic violence situations, so of course we're all going to have different perspectives and opinions. Um, but I'm open to it. I'm open to that without any hostility. We can agree to disagree here, and I think everybody who's been here for a very long time knows that. Let's listen to there's a dispatch audio from 911 related to the call. I had not heard this. It's about 2 minutes. Let me play that. Oh.
Whoever comes Franklin West Patrol 11 with a domestic report, call 27 also. 29. 29, she has injury to her nose. We're also going to be sending aid. 29, 924.
I'll be in there, yeah.
829, 930. 5, your status.
45.
45, remember from K5, your status.
K5.
K5, 932. K29.
Are you still on the phone with the RP?
No.
Received. And you verify the number in the call is the RP's phone number?
No, it was her boyfriend's. He left it behind, but I did verify what the number was.
Received. We're not getting any answer at the building nor answer on the phone.
Received. I will triple check and try and call back. I'll come K29.
29.
K29 tried to call back that number again for me. There was no answer. But I verified that is the number that it called from, and that's what was plotting on the 911 map as well.
Received. Thank you. We're trying all the different rooms at this point.
939.
341 action office.
That's right.
West 2102 Charles George 4887.
K29.
Charles Tom Adams 6791.
K29 956. Overcome K29 Charles Tom Adams 6791 2025 Jeep Compass 7 2026 to Hertz vehicle that is agent.
That is the vehicle listed in the police report that we read. And shout out to 𝗲𝗍𝗶 for being a member for 2 months. Appreciate you, love, very much. Let's see. Okay, so that wasn't really too much, but I wanted to make sure we heard that because I have not. Let's look at a couple of videos before we get into all the crazy lawsuits he's filed. I did show you guys that the New York Post was covering this. So that is out there on the New York Post. We went over that last, the last live. This is a 20-second video.
Jonathan Lee Riches. This message is for Dictator Adolf and James Holmes. I love you guys. I love you guys to death, and this is what I want to do to you guys. Use your imagination.
That is out. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I had not seen that. I wanted to watch it with you guys. Let's rewatch that again.
I, Jonathan Lee Riches. This message is for Dictator Adolf and James Holmes. I love you guys. I love you guys to death, and this is what I want to do to you guys. Use your imagination.
Going back to what I was saying earlier about mental health, I do hear that there are some mental health issues, and I can't help but think that now. Disturbing to say the least, but it is what it is. Let me share this video actually because it's hilarious. If you guys are not familiar with the Karen Reed case, he basically like, oh wait, yeah, there's a Karen Reed video with the Karen Reed case outside of court, and he literally like runs everyone over as he's walking. So I thought it was pretty funny. Let's watch that because that was disturbing. And I don't know who's coming up here saying they want to Hitler's, you know what? What the? I'm literally shook. Shook. Okay, this is from Karen Reed. This is JLR right here.
You're gonna spend the rest of your life in prison, ain't you, Karen? Yeah, you are, Karen. Karen, you are, aren't you? Psycho. Hey! Karen, you're gonna spend the rest of your life in prison. Right, Karen? How does it feel to be known as a cop killer, Karen? How does it feel to be known as a cop killer, Karen? How does it feel to be known as a cop killer?
JLR, how does it feel known to be a woman beater? JLR, shall I go stand outside his house and do this?
Spend the rest of your life in prison, ain't you, Karen? Yeah, you are, Karen.
We get it, and we don't all have to agree on every single case, for crying out loud. But I mean, get out of here, JLR. Get out of here. I have another video for you, a little clip. Oh, this one is funny because someone said that he was saying he was covering some case. Let me pull this post up. This is by somebody named Wayne. And we're just reviewing things here, guys. This isn't like a, you know, you're not gonna get an exam on this on the next live. Do take notes. But it says Marsh Harbor is on northwest of the west tip of the Abaco Islands Peninsula, not the East Coast. He was on federal parole in September of 2019 when Hurricane Dorian hit. His lying ass was not allowed to leave mainland USA, but he's a bullshit scam artist, period. This was filmed in his own backyard in Florida. And now this is just allegedly, but this is a video. I thought it was kind of funny, actually.
Storm chaser Jonathan Lee Riches. I am in Marsh Harbor on the eastern shore of the Bahamas right now, and Hurricane Dorian is supposed to come right through here. I'm out here right now. Here are the outer bands. It's starting to get windy. It's starting to rain, and I'm out here right now reporting live. Everybody stay safe. It's Category 5 hurricane is in the right near me. It's coming near me right now, and I'm out here. Please stay safe, everybody, and seek shelter immediately.
So this was in his backyard. So, you know, it's deceiving. It's deceiving us people in the true crime community and in the storm chasing community, I guess. I don't watch a lot of storm chasing, but this next clip is he raps about suing the government. So I know that first clip is so, let me see what you guys are saying. I like to share your comments. So please go ahead and share. And for those live chatters, I appreciate you for being here. And the silent watchers, you should say something. He has a long history of being weird and acting like other people. Ooh. Boy's mom says, as a granddaughter of a WW2 vet who has fought in Peyton's Third Army and saw some of the worst battles as they walked across Europe to free concentration camps, mental health is no excuse. It's disgusting. Yes, Boy's mom, I agree. Thank you for sharing that. Waving that flag is a no-go. I don't even want to say the word because I feel like YouTube will flag you for saying Hitler, but it's very much a real thing, obviously. The concentration camps and everything. Let's watch this next video.
They trying to silence.
He's rapping about suing the government.
Jonathan Lee Riches. They coming after me again, folks. Government oppression. They trying to silence me. They're trying to lock me in a cage, trying to put me away for decades. I don't know what to do. Should I sue or not? Who? I don't know what to do. I'm about to be oppressed. I'm about to go back. And that's that. So wish me luck. Because I don't give up.
Wow. Absolutely wow. Definitely don't switch over to rapping, please. Speaking of, let's share and read some information on those lawsuits he's all frivolous about. I mean, I'm not a rapper, but I might be able to do a little better than that. Just kidding. Y'all are like, no. Okay, let's read this. This is from, I found it on X. Someone put this together. Here's a curated list of some of the most insane lawsuits filed by Jonathan Lee Riches, a convicted wire fraudster who, while incarcerated, filed over 2,600 frivolous lawsuits starting in 2006, many dismissed as incoherent or malicious under the quote-unquote 3 strikes rule. Please give the stream a like, guys. I forgot to mention that. Please, please, please help us push out there. We're a smaller channel, but we're trying to get out there. Let's see. He says he often used handwritten complaints from prison, wild conspiracies, and even sued inanimate objects, fictional characters, natural disasters, and abstract concepts. Below are standout examples of the craziest ones, with the key defendant names and detailed summaries of his actual allegations drawn from court filings and contemporary reports. All were thrown out. Michael Vick, Atlanta Falcons quarterback. In 2007, a suit seeking $63 billion. That's ridiculous. Riches claimed Vick stole his pit bulls for dogfighting rings, sold them on eBay, and used money to buy missiles from Iran with Al-Qaeda ties alleged in one version. He also accused Vick of attempting to kidnap his mind via microwaves and forced him to lose weight. He demanded payment in British gold delivered by truck to the prison gates. What? Hi, Q. Good to see you. Okay, number 2, Grand Theft Auto, the video game itself. Take-Two Interactive, Rockstar Games, and 𝗶𝗍𝗄 Williamsburg Prison. In April 2008, Riches sued the game, its makers, and his own prison. He claimed the game's depictions of quote-unquote sex, drugs, and violence offended him, contributed to him committing identity theft, and put him in prison, and put him in imminent danger from violent inmates who played Grand Theft Auto and who will knock me out and take my gold Jesus cross. Number 3, he tried to sue Barack Obama, Eric Holder, and George W. Bush, plus quote-unquote other terrorists. Sued for $10 trillion, alleging Obama and Holder were holding him against his will. The root cause, Bush had used Blackwater to swindle the Iranians out of their nuclear weapons in exchange for 10 tons of hummus and 1 ton of Singapore street noodles from P.F. Chang's. He further claimed brainwashing via ultrasonic signals through TV shows, American Idol with Dick Cheney, forcing him to grab his testicles to mimic quote unquote, giving birth to an alien, plus stolen guns used to rob hummus from the Whole Foods. Wait, what the hell? What? This cannot be real. I just want to go back to the mental health conversation we were having earlier. I heard he could have schizophrenia. I heard it could be bipolar, regardless of the mental health situation. This is absolutely crazy, especially that clip we just watched. This is really concerning. Really concerning. This is outrageous. Let's continue. 4. Carmelo Anthony, Dwayne Wade, Mark Cuban, Jerry Reinsford, and Jerry Buss, NBA players and owners. In a 2010 restraining order for imminent danger and bodily harm, Riches claimed he was Anthony's ex-boyfriend. Met at a Baltimore YMCA. Financed Anthony's career with stolen credit cards to buy GNC vitamins and enemas to flush out his toxins. That Cuban assaulted him at a Dairy Queen, and that Buss sold Rich's wife on eBay while promising him a Lakers janitor job. Quote unquote, Carmelo Anthony told me he's going to unalive me. This I wanted to share with you guys because there is, and I will probably show you the post if I have it, but there are claims that, well, they're not actually claims because it's in the police report we read, but that Magnolia caught him looking at porn and allegedly it was like gay porn or something, which is fine, whatever. But I think it goes deeper into a lot of these deep rooted issues that JLR has allegedly. You know what I mean? I'm a little bit, I streamed his Nancy Guthrie coverage. Oh, here it is. 5, Guinness World Records, Library of Congress, Encyclopedia Britannica, and other publishers sued in 2009 for injunction after Guinness planned to name him the most litigious man. He complained the title and nicknames Johnny Tsunami, Superman, Patrick Ewing of Suing, and lawsuit Zeus hurt his feelings, violated his civil rights, and caused him arthritis, numbness, crooked fingers, and bags under his eyes from writing so many suits. Guinness confirmed it had no such category, suit dismissed. And what I meant about saying about the bipolar schizophrenia, if he is struggling from mental health, I just hope he gets the help. I really do. Yeah, big fraud. What did hummus do to you? Hey, I love me some good hummus. Okay, next one. Roe versus Wade and the Supreme Court justices, plus the Dallas Cowboys and Cleveland Indians claimed he was 8 months pregnant. JLR claimed he was 8 months pregnant. The first male to give birth, impregnated by his cellmate as a Valentine's Day gift on February the 16th of 2007. He said the Cowboys and Indians were the charging gates of the prison to force him to have an abortion. Angel Eyes says, hi, everyone. Melly, I owe you an apology. I was trying to give you credit when I mentioned JLR. I was trying to say I watched it with you. Oh, you're fine, Angel Eyes. Thank you for the apology. Very nice. Hey, young Black economist. Good to see you, love. Hey, Nikki Ohio. He needs to keep his hands off women. He needs to be put away. And by that, maybe in a prison. I don't know how you feel about it. He needs mental help. These lawsuits, those videos, it's an ongoing thing with Magnolia. He needs mental health treatment and then he needs to go to fucking prison. And it sucks because we were just covering, I think I covered him maybe a few days while I did Nancy Guthrie. And it's just so disappointed, It's really disgusting. And he claims he was the first male to get pregnant or give birth here. Coca-Cola and Pepsi. A defamation suit over an alleged billionaire on I-95 near south of the border, showing his face drinking both sodas simultaneously with the slogan, quote unquote, it's so tasty, even Jonathan Lee Riches drinks it. So he tried to sue Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Barry Bonds and Bud Selig, MLB commissioner. JLR alleged that they met at Steak and Shake to exchange steroids and money to boost ratings. On June 22nd, 2004, Bonds, quote unquote, bench pressed me against my will to show in front of his ballpark buddies. Rich has also claimed he witnessed Bonds selling steroid to nuns. 9. George W. Bush plus 790 others, including the Eiffel Tower, Garden of Eden, Lincoln Memorial, Main Camp, Holy Grail, Pluto, Roman Empire, Appalachian Trail, Plymouth Rock, Nordic Gods, 3 Mile Island accident, all Holocaust survivors, various Buddhist monks. And I have a bunch of these lawsuits, so we're going to get into them. Definitely make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications because we will be covering these. We read a lot of documents here, but we're definitely going to be reading these. If we can get our hands on most of them. But why are you suing all the Holocaust survivors? It says 157-page mega complaint listed Bush first, then a surreal mix of historical figures. It tied into broader conspiracies. He also sued non-suitable entities like Adolf Hitler's National Socialist Party and the 13 tribes of Israel and similar filings, my bad. He sued or tried to Guantanamo Bay, Soviet Archipelago, Shawshank Redemption, My Lai Massacre, and Cool Hand Luke. Sued these prisons, movies, massacres, and concepts for attempting to make him eat rats and subjecting him to microwave testing. Other filings targeted continents, TV shows, and natural disasters directly. Honorable mentions for sheer absurdity: Somali pirates, Britney Spears, Martha Stewart, poison ivy, pricker bushes, and groundhog holes. Walmart, deafened by a clown horn. Employees given cocaine. And Bill Belichick, bathroom videos sold to Larry Craig. Rich's filings were often self-promotional art. He even sued under aliases like Irving Pickard, Rockefeller Riches. He was released in 2012, but continued some activity. Guinness never actually gave him the record he sued over. These represent the peak for the most litigious man energy. Well, I didn't know a lot of this stuff, so I'll play that video for those of you that just got here one more time, the Coca-Cola video. I don't want anyone to miss it. And this is thanks to Masshole Mafia on X.
Hi, Jonathan Lee Riches. This message is for Dictator Adolf and James Holmes. I love you guys. I love you guys to death, and this is what I want to do to you guys. Use your imagination.
And these are all the stuff that he posted, so no one went in digging for anything. It's all out there. Let's see, what else do I have for you guys? This one is from Jeff Bezos No Peso on X. It says, introducing JLR, the Muslim campaigning for Hillary Clinton. After watching this, still doesn't change your mind. You're just as effed up as he is. No one has time for you. Oh. Let's see. Let's watch this one. And then I'll catch up with some of y'all's comments and see what y'all are saying. Oh, sorry, wrong screen.
Assalamu alaikum 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Chester, Pennsylvania. This is Muslims for Clinton. I support Hillary Clinton 100%. I'm trying to motivate and inspire other Muslims around the state of Pennsylvania and nationwide to vote for Hillary Clinton. She will represent Muslim values. and help make America great again, not like what the other candidate says. Here at Clinton headquarters, Westchester, Pennsylvania. Muslims for Clinton. 𝗠𝗲𝗹𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆
I don't, I'm a little confused. YBE says, not a joke. In my opinion, his racism have effect on black chatters like myself. I get a ton of hate from followers of his just for existing. Oh no, I'm sorry that you've seen that. I haven't really this is just so disturbing. Yeah. It's very few times in my life I'm speechless. You guys know I'm very vocal here. And he's out here just pretending to want to be the true crime saver reporter. I'm shook. This next video is, let me see, 22 seconds. Let's see what this is about. I have like no words.
Jonathan Lee Riches. And this place here is the Islamic Society of Chester County. Entrance for women, entrance for men. And me and James Holmes wanted to take a trip. I have a letter here. I'd like to read it. Dear Islamic Society of Chester County, on behalf of Jonathan Lee Riches and James Holmes, we would like to wish you a happy Hanukkah. Please accept our donation of food, a token of our appreciation. Jesus loves you. Jonathan Lee Riches and James Holmes. I'm going to... Here is pork skins and pork rinds. And here is pork and beans with bacon. There you go. All right. And free James Holmes. James Holmes is innocent. Okay. Peace.
Does he not have family? Like, this post says JLR displaying despicable behavior is the most un-American thing I've seen. No matter how much you don't like someone, it's hate, plain and simple. He has no values whatsoever. Don't come telling me about someone's past. Might want to start publicly apologizing to your enemies. Jeff Bezos, no pesos, says that. This is something else I saw concerning. This is from the real JLR exposed. This is a plethora of all his accounts that he's made. OJ the Cat and Jonathan Lee Riches. Traveler Jonathan Lee Riches. Jonathan Lee Riches Investigates. Rapper Jonathan Lee Riches. Opposition Research by Jonathan Lee Riches. Kingdom Half of Jehovah's Witness and Jonathan Lee Riches for Donald Trump. Plastic Surgery Doctor Jonathan Lee Riches. Jonathan Lee Riches is a grandchild of a Holocaust survivor. Animal rights activist Jonathan Lee Riches. This is giving very much like multiple personalities. This is really scary. And I know people and creators speaking on this might get a lot of, shit for it by him, but I mean, it's out there. This is another clip of
Hydrated.
a 12-second clip. Let me pull it up. He has more personalities than Super Mario. It's not funny. It's sad, but that's funny, your comment. His family disowned him. I'm not sure. That's allegedly. I don't know about that, but I've seen it. Wow. Okay, let's watch this one.
Hi, I'm the water boy. Jonathan Lee Riches, make sure you're hydrated. Drink plenty of water. Hi, I'm the water boy. Jonathan Lee Riches, make sure you're hydrated. Drink plenty of water.
It's hard to see these and then, seeing him in the Nancy, Guthridge case, like how he was acting, and it's really disturbing. I have a couple more for y'all. Please tap that like button. Sorry, these aren't in any order. Oh, I know he had a lot of drama with 𝗏𝗏𝗶𝗽 is another creator. I think he had like some kind of relationship with, or business relationship. I'm not sure. Don't know. Don't really care, but I do care because she posted something saying JLR is by far the absolute most demonic creator on any of these platforms. He acts sweet and genuine on camera and turns into the devil when the camera is off. So that's from someone that, had an intimate relationship with him, allegedly. Tweeted that in 2025. I thought I would just share that with you. This is JLR. I think he went on panel with someone and he's talking about women. So let's watch this. Looks like he's on a channel with, not sure. I don't know if I want to play this because I don't know who that creator is. Let me think about it. We can skip to something else in the meantime. This is interesting. This is from Lily in London. It says he did an interview with the Huffington Post in 2019. The disinformation that I want, I can put out there. The next mass shooting, before they identify the shooter, I can set up 10 Twitter accounts looking like news sites and then create whoever I want as a shooter. Vulnerable, gullible people will see that, they think it's from news site, and then they will copy it and tweet it out. Wow. He has a thing with going into the true crime community and selecting women that are true crime. That's what they like. Like, I guess with this lady Bullhorn, and then with Magnolia, he worked with both of them to stream IRL and boots on the ground and all this stuff. He's a parasite. I agree, Crease. That is true, though. He made a shit in true crime cases and made the investigation harder. She works with him only on cases. She never was with him. All those. Oh, okay. Yeah, he dated bad breakup. She was talking crap about him for a long time. This is why I like doing these lives, because we can get information from each other. Hey, Jessie Lynn. Yeah, definitely support the victim. I do want to see, all the evidence. I want to see all of it, like everything that this case entails. It's super crazy to see him like this, and now he's gotten big and people like fanning over him. They are. I've seen a lot of people defending him as well. B12 says, I'm sorry, but we all knew something was off and you didn't. And if you didn't, you should pay attention more. I knew something was off. I only subscribed for Nancy Guthrie. I've never played, I don't think, his stuff on here. I can't remember that far back, but I've never been a JLR fan. I'll play this video.
This guy in their neighborhood need to go show.
Let me see. Let me read you the caption before I pull it up. This is from Nerdy on X.
The men that have this guy in their neighborhood need to go show the police officer this.
Jonathan Lee Riches. And recently, I had a female that was staying and living with me. And she left. And this morning, I went into my dresser to clean it out. And you will not believe what I found. Here, let me put some gloves on here. I got some gloves. You will not believe what I found inside my dresser. But if you look closely, these are a pair of panties. Look.
He can't stand women. He can't stand women.
What is that?
He can't stand women. He has an issue with women.
Looks like shit stains or something on these panties. Absolutely disgusting. Whoever wore these panties did not clean themselves up or must be very, very dirty.
Why is it that they just got sick? I know it's fake, JLR. I know you're just trying to embarrass a woman because of the issues in your mind that you have with the female form and women in general. It's why you imagine yourselves making love with these serial killers and all this stuff. I get it. I get it. Trust me, I get it. And I know this is all fake, and I know this is most likely your underwear and you just can't face that fact, and that's fine. No one's judging you. But just because somebody may get sick doesn't mean they're dirty. It didn't work, JLR. Your little trick didn't work, but it did show us your underwear, which is very strange.
Absolutely disgusting. And I will leave this and just remember.
This man is a creep. He is accused of stalking Buster Murdaugh's wife. When I said that he was sniffing her car seat, people got mad at me. People got mad at me for saying that, thinking that I was just making it up or being mean or something. No, I don't do that shit. I get it. Some people aren't good at investigating, which I don't even claim to do, by the way. People aren't even good at looking stuff up, so they get mad if I tell them the truth on something. But this man is dangerous. Oh, Uni, you're taking him holding up some panties and saying he's dangerous. No, I'm taking him doing that while after showing you him worshiping cereal. That's what I'm showing you, that he's worshiping them. Then he's doing this. That's the point. Context matters.
That is very disturbing. And I will make sure I update all of my descriptions. So you guys can go see who has all these posts on there if you're interested. Let's watch his. I know we might have shown this one already yesterday
Jonathan Lee
or
Rich.
the day before, but I think this one we need to watch one more time. Hey, Melly, thank you for covering this. Love you, but this is just so sad. Hey, Shay, thank you. I appreciate it. Please make sure you guys hit the like button. It is very sad. This is very disturbing. It sucks, being part of this community and this happening.
Yo, Jonathan Lee Riches. What's up? What's up, everybody? America. And I'm in my bed here. And you see my friend James. We're laying in bed. We're kind of like hanging out in bed. But look what it is. It's 9 News 9. 9 News 9 in Denver. And it looks like, let's go watch the news.
What's your dream deal? Great prices.
Oh man, it's like actually an advertisement. But yeah, we're hanging out together. We usually sleep together. The bed is kind of like messy, but it is what it is. We'll get a maid to clean it up. But check this out. Look.
Pennsylvania man may be in big trouble for tampering with mail belonging to James Holmes. We found him bragging about it online, and we asked the feds about it. They suspect fraud and confirm they're investigating where the suspect's mail may be going out.
Oh my God. James Mail's coming to this guy.
But now someone else hundreds of miles away may be getting his mail. That's this man who was just released from federal prison in April after serving 10 years for wire fraud. His name is Jonathan Lee Riches. He's notorious for filing thousands of bogus lawsuits against celebrities, and he may have filed bogus motions in the Holmes case too. This week, we noticed Riches posted this Facebook photo of a magazine addressed
my
to homes.
God.
The yellow mail forwarding sticker shows an address in Pennsylvania where Riches lives. We contacted postal inspectors about it.
Did you send your mail to Rich's house, James? Everybody wants to know the truth. You can admit to it.
Inspector Pamela Durkee said in a statement, a change of address for homes had been filed that may be fraudulent. Upon hearing this, we immediately notified the Postal Service, and the forwarding order was canceled. In the meantime, Riches has been posting some very odd YouTube videos about James Holmes and appears to be.
You look like a dick in a suit, you faggot.
He was even acknowledged by the Guinness World Book of Records for filing the world's most lawsuits. After that,
Me?
Riches sued Guinness. They have no idea yet, at least the feds have no idea yet, on when or how long Holmes's mail has been forwarded, but the date on this magazine that was posted on Facebook is August 21st. Either this guy is a prankster or he is actually forwarding this mail here. Either way, he's got the attention of the feds. All right.
Well, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say on camera. Is James' mail going to Jonathan Lee Rich's house? Who knows? I just know that that guy looks like a dick in a suit. I'm not scared. I'm not afraid of anyone. Okay, so I just want to get that point across. And I wish James Holmes' mail would go everywhere. It's a beautiful day.
I don't even know, y'all. I don't even know what to. It's okay. Let me pull up something else. So this is just. It's so disturbing, but you can tell that he needs help. And I mean that respectfully. I'm not here to shit on him, like I said, but although he might deserve it, allegedly. And I will continue to say allegedly. And I do think there's three sides to every story, right? His, hers, and the truth. But I think we've seen enough here. White Boy is another one who's been talking a lot about this. Shout out to him. He said I could use anything on his page that I wanted. And that's very, very kind. And he has a lot of good stuff on him. So we'll watch a little bit. And then let's look at this. He has a Wikipedia page. I wasn't too familiar with this. Jonathan Lee Riches is a convicted fraudster known for many lawsuits he has filed in the United States District Courts. Riches was incarcerated at Federal Medical Center. Oh, Federal Medical Center? So he's been getting mental health help before. Hey, new sub. Hey, welcome. Thank you. Who said that? I just missed it. Marcia Braga, thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for the sub. Please make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Ooh, this is interesting. Incarcerated. This is by St. James on YouTube or X. Federal Medical Center, Lexington, Kentucky, for wire fraud under the terms of a plea bargain. His release date was April 30th, 2012. He was arrested for violating his federal probation on December 12th when he left the Eastern District of the state of Pennsylvania without permission. He drove to Connecticut and impersonated the uncle of Adam Lanza, the shooter in the Sandy Hook Elementary incident. I had forgotten about that. I didn't know much about that until I started covering this craziness. I forgot about the Sandy Hook incident. You seen the police report? Yes. Yes, we did. We did cover, I have one other live that I've done on this case. You guys can check out the playlist. We covered all the paperwork. We can go over it again if you guys would like. I don't mind. Actually, you know what? We should after these videos because maybe some of y'all have not heard them. Maybe some of y'all have. And I'll catch up with you guys in the comments. Hold please. I didn't plan on reading them again, but we should get into them. Okay, let's continue this article too. I hadn't seen this Wikipedia page. It says, since January of 2006, he has filed over 2,600 lawsuits, some of which received considerable press attention. We went over all of these. He tried to sue Bill Belichick, president, the Eiffel Tower, Britney Spears, Paris Hilton, football players, MLB commissioners, Martha Stewart, Steve Jobs, Attorney General of the U.S. Janet Reno, Atlanta Falcons quarterback Michael Vick. He also sued Benazir, sorry if I'm pronouncing any of these wrong, Bhutto, Pervez Musharraf, and the Immigration and Naturalization Service on November 7th to prevent him from being deported to Pakistan and tortured upon his release from prison in March 2012. There's no known evidence of any attempt to deport him. Young Black Economist says, yes, there's a lawsuit. They read the depots, people, BHB. Oh, maybe I need to get my hands on that. If you have them, you should email them to me. Young Black Economist. Hey, Amber, I'm new too, but Melanie's great. Thank you. Thanks for 7up. Appreciate that. I've never seen him before this live. He's very disturbing and creeps me out. I'm shook with all of this. Okay, let's go on to the next page. On April 9th, 2008, Riches filed a request for temporary restraining order in a U.S. district court against Grand Theft Auto publisher Take-Two, develop Rockstar Games. We read about this earlier, claiming that the defendants put him in prison. The inmate stated defendants contributed to plaintiff committing identity theft. Defendant's game shows sex, drugs, and violence, which offends him. I face imminent danger from violent inmates who played Grand Theft Auto who will knock me out and take my gold Jesus cross. Riches attempted to intervene as a plaintiff in the Madoff investment scandal, claiming that he met Bernard Madoff on eHarmony.com in 2001 and taught Madoff identity theft skills. In May 2009, he filed an injunction against Guinness Book of World Records, seeking him to stop them from listing him as the most litigious individual in history. They said most litigious man is not something in the Guinness World Book of Records that anyone has ever mentioned. Some Rich's defendants are not even persons subject to suit. This includes Adolf Hitler's National Socialist Party, 13 Tribes of Israel, one lawsuit in which George W. Bush was the first named defendant. Also includes another 790 defendants and 57 pages. They include Plato, Nostradamus, 𝗶𝗲𝗄 Guevara, James Hoffa, various Buddhist monks, all survivors of the Holocaust, the Lincoln Memorial, the Eiffel Tower, the USS Colt, the book Mein Kampf, the Garden of Eden, the Roman Empire, the Appalachian Trail, Plymouth Rock, Holy Grail, Nordic Guards, and the dwarf planet Pluto, and the entire 3 Mile Island. A number of Rich's lawsuits have been dismissed as being quote unquote frivolous, malicious, or for failure to state a claim which upon relief could be granted. Willis Hunt, the U.S. District Court who dismissed Rich's suit against Vick as farcical, opined that his lawsuits were clearly self-promotional. He is barred from proceeding in 𝗠𝗲𝗹𝗆𝗆 pauperis. In July 2018, Riches was indicted by a federal grand jury in Arizona. He is charged with making false statements and other frauds after an attempt to file a lawsuit against Gabby Gifford while posing as Jared Lee Loughner. A collection of Rich's lawsuit was published on April Fool's Day of 2016. In November 2018, Rich's self-published Nothing is Written in Stone, a Jonathan Lee Rich's companion, which contains a selection of his lawsuits as well as an autobiography. He runs a YouTube channel, JLR Investigates, where he claims to be an investigative reporter. Whoa. I see you guys have a lot to say. Let me read some of these. Thank you for renewing your membership, Illinois Will. Appreciate you. Thank you. Hey, Stubbs. Hey, Marie Francis, but never comment. Oh, thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Let's pull up more on that Wikipedia. That is really wild. I didn't have any idea about these. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to sue everyone covering this, by the way. I really wouldn't be surprised at all. Let's see. Sorry, I like to be better on this. I think that was it. Wait, I was curious about the Federal Medical Center. The Federal Medical Center, Lexington, is a United States federal prison in Kentucky for male or female inmates requiring medical or mental health. It is designated as an administrative facility, which means that it holds inmates of all security classifications. It is operated by the Federal Bureau of Prisons. Whoa. Whoa. I have so much to say because one, personal experience, two, mental health, but like this is just absolutely insane. I had no idea, as a lot of you in the chat probably haven't, or maybe you have, people just find out things at different times. There's a lot of communities here. Let's see. This was, if you missed it at the beginning, I did share I'm stuck because I feel for him in a sense of there's a mental health thing, and I've been there before. It's really hard to get mental health help, especially if you don't want it. It's a conversation for another live, but I can't, just because you have mental health issues doesn't mean you have to be beating on women. You know what I mean? But if he's bipolar, schizophrenic, and all of this stuff all at once, and he desperately needs help, he belongs in a facility. If he was in a medical facility while incarcerated, it should mean he belongs in one while he's not incarcerated most of the time, if they're not getting help. Yeah, let's go over that real quick. This was the picture that Magnolia posted. And it's really crazy. Let's talk about how we used to freaking go over there and watch them. And they were like a cute little couple. It was like they were doing their little true crime together, boots on the ground. All negative comments are being deleted on his channel. Yeah, I know. He filed over 2,600 lawsuits. I know. He needs a mental health facility. I agree with that comment. I believe he did sue his own mother. That's what I did hear. I feel for her in this picture. That Wikipedia page says something I want to kind of go back and visit on too. I'm thinking, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a different live so we can go over the book because I have it. So we should do that in a deep dive. We should go over his companion book. Like the live if you would like that, because I would be down to read it to you guys or go through it. We've read the Brian Koberger book, the James Patterson here. I read that to you guys before. So I know that you guys do like me reading to you sometimes, but I would be down to get into that and read it. So this is Magnolia. She did post this. She's speaking about it on X. So I'm not here exposing anything I'm not supposed to be doing, but I mean, my heart goes out to, everyone involved in domestic violence and that has been involved, was a victim of it, a participator, it's a horrible situation. Let's review the police report for those of you who have not fully heard all of it. Let's go through it. Sorry, my computer's like running slow because I have a bunch of Epstein stuff that I'm getting ready to show you guys. Going crazy with the Epstein stuff. Let's start here. On December 25th, 2025, at approximately 10:21 hours, I was working uniformed patrol and driving a fully marked patrol vehicle for the Chelan County Sheriff's Office. I responded to the All Seasons River Inn for a report of an assault. The victim reporting the party identified herself as redacted. She told dispatch she received an injury to her nose from a fight last night with her boyfriend, Jonathan Riches. Rivercom was also informed Jonathan had taken Magnolia's phone and left last night. I arrived at the location at the same time as aide. We contacted Magnolia at the main entrance door. I could visibly see bruising around Magnolia's right eye, consistent with being in the early stages of a black eye. I could also see a small red mark on the upper right corner of the bridge of Jamie's nose. Her nose was visibly not straight and resembled what I have observed through training and experience to be broken. Jamie requested we all speak in the room where her belongings were, which is the Shenandoah room at this location upstairs. Magnolia advised sometime last night she had confronted Jonathan about things she observed on his work phone. Jamie stated it was things such as communication with other women and what she described to be, Shalon. I've been saying that wrong. Thank you, S-Dubs. Chalon. I said Chalon, but it's Shalon. Okay, thank you. Which was described to be porn. Jamie stated that and I've heard word on the street was that it was not very, appropriate porn, if there's such a thing. Jamie stated when she addressed this with Jonathan, he became enraged and struck her with a closed fist multiple times on the side of her head, her nose, and her ribs. Magnolia stated she grabbed her phone and began to dial 911 for help, but Jonathan saw her doing this, shook her phone from her, and said, "I will effing unalive you." I asked Jamie if she believed this threat to be true. She stated she believed he would unalive her. Jamie stated she believes at some point she lost consciousness after the assault, but remembered JLR grabbing 2 bags, his personal cell phone, Magnolia's cell phone, and then leaving. I asked Magnolia what phone she currently had, and she stated it was Jonathan's work phone that he had left behind. Magnolia stated she did not know where he went, but believed he may have taken the Jeep that they rented, which was the one in that video that we saw, or the post. I observed a white Jeep to be parked outside prior to making contact with Magnolia. I asked Magnolia if she would be willing to have her injuries photographed for documentation. She agreed, but due to most of the medics on the scene and myself to be male, one of the areas of the injury requiring Jamie to lift her shirt, I asked a female medic if she would be willing to take those phones, which they did. She was transported to medical center for evaluation. ATL out for JLR. I responded to the medical center and met with Magnolia. I asked her if she would be willing to complete a medical release form for documentation of injuries received from the assault. She agreed and a medical release form was completed. Magnolia stated Jonathan had been texting the work phone knowing he left it behind. He told her he was quote unquote 100 miles away from her and in the middle of nowhere. Magnolia could not confirm the Jeep Compass still parked at the hotel was their rental, but due to it being the only one there and all the other guest vehicles accounted for, this was most likely the vehicle. Magnolia believed JLR to be most likely still in the area and their flight leaves tomorrow, which would require them to travel back to Seattle and return the vehicle where it was rented. I was also advised by Magnolia that in August of this year, she was on a work trip with Jonathan in Charlotte. This was when she first found out about the infidelity and corn issues. She also stated she confronted him and he attacked her in the hotel they were staying at. Magnolia stated it was similar to this. He assaulted her violently and then took their rental car and drove back to Florida where they live. Magnolia stated there's a long history of JLR assaulting her in their almost 3-year dating relationship. 3 years of this. Which many domestic violence victims probably, deal with a lot of that for long term, but wow. For someone who's so much in front of the camera in this community is disgusting. She stated she knows she would have left many times before this, but hasn't. She also stated he needs to be held accountable for what he did. After she was discharged from the medical center, okay, they got documents, got it. Deputy searched the room prior to Jamie going back into it. The on-site manager was contacted. Okay. The vehicle, okay, that wasn't the one in the parking lot. I have probable cause to arrest Jonathan Lee Riches. On 12/26, she canceled her original flight and booked a flight with different airline and boarded without issue. These are the charges right here. Wait, where did I see them? Oh, criminal charges. Assault in the second degree, harassment threats to 𝗍𝗲𝗆, interfering with reporting of domestic violence. Wow. I want him, if he, he hasn't had his day in court. I get it. We have the police report for YouTube purposes only. He does have that, I hope they think about putting him back in a facility before he goes to jail or whatnot. This is the fact that he was in a medical facility before just proves how much help he needs. And this is all psycho. When did all of this happen? On Christmas of 2025. Let me see what you guys are saying. He lost 5K of his subscribers. I think a lot of people are still unaware. I know, that's why it's important to get it out there. But again, he hasn't had his day in court. He's fighting it. And I'm curious to see all of those documents, because if she was in this for 3 years, there must be a lot of proof of all this violence, whether it's pictures, maybe her family knew, text messages. As we know from a lot of these true crime cases, all of that can be retrieved with a subpoena or whatnot, for the most part. Let me see if I thought I had another video for you guys. I want to make sure. Like I said, we do have a playlist. I did do another live on this. Oh, this one, it says, he talks about something with like a spirit. On the Nancy Guthrie case, I have a video of that. Oh, look at how scary. Oh, I don't want to show that picture actually. This is on the New York Post. If you guys hadn't seen it. How scary he looks there. New York Post always freezes my computer. I don't know why. Look how scary. He doesn't even look like himself there. Based off his record, the courts are usually aware of him, and that hardly works in his favor. Yeah, I unsubscribed. I always questioned him, but wanted to watch the coverage. This is the New York Post too. So you guys, it got to the New York Post, which is wild. We read this article in the first live, so definitely go make sure you guys check that live out, or go check out New York Post out. Let me see. Okay, here we go. This is what I wanted to show you guys. This is something I think regarding his mental health. Sorry, I have so many windows open. It says he was allegedly diagnosed with personality disorder and antisocial personality disorder. Everyone who has ever been in a relationship with someone with BPD with no medication is aware and knows how incredibly volatile and toxic such relationships can be. The controlling behavior, coercive control, is a very common pattern in these relationships. If you go far back in time, JLR's family was crying in court when he got sentenced to one of his crimes. They spoke about the challenges they've encountered with living with him. I can't believe this is like, he's one scary SOB. I stand with Magnolia, says Jessie Lynn. We don't condone violence. We don't. It freezes from bad energy, not wanting to enter your good vibes, Melly. I know, Q. I have to like always close it down. That's not the. No, it's not. Those pics are all older, I think. She said she didn't have access to her ex account, and I'm talking about the victim. Something about it. This says a person would not be formally diagnosed as a psychopath or sociopath. The only billable and recognized diagnosis in that system is relevant pattern of behavior, antisocial personality disorder. And yeah, it says right here, Bureau of Prisons Health Services Clinical Encounter. Borderline personality disorder and antisocial personality disorder. Patient on hunger strike and missed his meal time in the evening. After starting his hunger strike on 2/22 in the evening, discussed the observation of the shoe staff with, I'm trying to read this. Mr. Riches is refusing to eat because he believes he received an unfair and unusual restriction for a 300 level offense. He has lost his commissary for 1 year. CO states that Mr. Riches has almost accepted an insure last night, but he refused it last minute. Interviewed the patient through the cell door in the special housing unit. Patient appeared in his usual state that he had a t-shirt up over the back of his head. He stated that he had been hearing voices, but he did not let me in the content of what they were saying. He maintained his refusal to consider taking any psychiatric medications. He stated that he was feeling threatened by the administration, but he would not tell me how or why. He says that he's drinking some water, but that he had been dizzy upon standing quickly and fell twice yesterday. He denied any injury from that. He was asked to stroll back and forth in the cell and did so without difficulty. Mr. Riches stated he wants to file a criminal investigation or a criminal complaint against the department because he believes he was given an unusual and disproportionate restriction for his 300 level offense. He stated that if he died, he wanted the blood to be on your hands. He denied feeling suicidal, but followed up with a comment that, quote unquote, I either want to be taken out of this cell or you will have to take me out in a body bag. Sorry, I had to get like really close to the camera to read that. You're like, get out of my face. Wow. Wow. Did y'all know all of this? I mean, hi, Vanjie, my love. This is wild. Cree says he's going to get away with this by not going back to the state, huh? Oh, I don't know how that works. I really hope not. Medications will not make him better. A guy named... Oh. I don't think he's safe. Reminds me of Brian Laundrie a tiny bit. So explains why he doesn't seem to feel emotions. Like a bad David Lynch character. You guys, this is really, really, really wild. He and Dolly had a falling out at the Guthrie case. I know. Okay, Witchy was. I will read that. Witchy was. Was he on the run while he was in Tucson? I think he was. Because they couldn't serve him. They tried to serve him a few times and it was failed. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Is he not? He left Tucson and went back to Florida. Everybody in Florida, please stay safe. Let's watch this clip because it says here he's talking with someone at the Nancy Guthrie house outside. He says he's hearing voices. And I have a feeling this has to do with his mental health. This is from a live stream that he did.
So you came out here, you've been out here multiple
It's slowed down so we could hear him, by the way. Shout out. I'll let you guys know who posted this.
times.
It's my second trip. I came out on the 7th. And then obviously I had my stuff to do, but I was still connected because I haven't really stopped looking. I haven't really stopped connected. So I can connect to energy, whether they're here on 3D or 5D. Doesn't matter. I can connect to energy, whether they're alive or deceased. You know, it's just one of those things.
Was law enforcement receptive? So you came out here, you've been out here multiple times?
It's my second trip. I came out on the 7th. And then obviously I had my stuff to do, but I was still connected because I haven't really stopped looking. I haven't really stopped connected. So I can connect to energy, whether they're here on 3D or 5D. Doesn't matter. I can connect to energy, whether they're alive or deceased. You know, it's just one of those things.
Was law enforcement receptive? So you came out here, you've been out here multiple times?
It's my second trip. I came out on the 7th. And then obviously I had my stuff to do, but I was still connected because I haven't really stopped looking. I haven't really stopped connected. So I can connect to energy, whether they're here on 3D or 5D. Doesn't matter. I can connect to energy, whether they're alive or deceased. You know, it's just one of those things.
Was law enforcement receptive? So you
I don't hear what they're saying about the voice.
came out here,
I didn't really catch that. It does sound slow. Yeah. I didn't catch what he said about the voices, though. I couldn't hear it. It was on loop. You guys are like, hello? These cases draw out the lunatics. Ooh. That was by Lisa Lee on X. I have another video. Okay, I will share this because someone is trying to discredit the victim. And although, you know, there's two sides and I'm not saying he's guilty, you know, we're just seeing what he himself put out there. So for YouTube purposes, but let's look at this because someone tried to discredit the victim. They're saying our police report said he punched her multiple times between 11 and 12 and she blacked out, broke her nose. He broke her nose. Oh, they're trying to say that what she said doesn't match the police report, but she says my post would have been on 12/24 at 11:41 p.m. local time in Washington. Everything happened not long after that, but I didn't have my phone anymore. So the best we could narrow down was around midnight. Wow. That incident happened this same night. And that's the thing about domestic violence, right? Some people can you can keep it hidden for years. Years. Can be experiencing it for years. And that goes with mental health too. You can have mental health problems without thinking there's anything wrong with you for years. I'm disappointed. I'm disgusted. I'm outraged. I'm sad. There's just so much. And I don't know, with all the predators on YouTube, and it's just a lot. It's a lot. And I'm a little embarrassed, that I played his content for the Nancy Guthrie case, but I didn't know. So I should have his book by tomorrow. Are you guys down? Let's do a little live reading of it. I am so curious what that says. So I hope all of you who watch this live will come back and read that book with me. I would absolutely love that. We can get through it pretty fast. I mean, we read the Brian Koberger book in like a few days. This might not be as long. So I have it. I ordered it. I ordered it, I think, a day ago. Takes some time to get here, but it should be here tomorrow. It should be here tomorrow. I want to read what's in there because it might make sense with a lot of his mental health issues and all of this, that we just witnessed. So we will be reading that tomorrow. We have, let me see if I had anything else for you guys before. Oh yeah, I showed you the picture of Magnolia. Thank you. I see a couple of you said you didn't know, Patty, and don't be embarrassed, nothing to be embarrassed about. I know. Whose book? JLR. JLR wrote a book and I ordered it because I want to share it with you guys and read it with you guys. So we will be reading it tomorrow. I'll be covering 𝗫cie Fitzsimmons' bench trial, and then I will schedule a live right after that and we can read it. And I stand with Magnolia and victims of domestic abuse, but I also stand with, people who have experienced mental health issues. I've been in a really, really bad place. I think I'm ready to share my story here soon. I just want to do it with the appropriate person or the appropriate time. Mental health is so important. And if you don't get the help you need, and if you don't have a support system or the funds or the resources, it's almost damn near impossible. I had all of that and I barely survived. So there's a lot behind mental health, and I am an advocate for mental health. So it's just a shitty situation, when you kind of admire someone on my channel's smaller, obviously than JLR, but it's like from afar, it's like, oh wow, he got hundreds and thousands of subs over Nancy Guthrie, and I heard he made close to like $500,000 or $1 million, which is outrageous. And I'm angered for a lot of you who were supporting him and donated money and like me didn't know, like at least when you come to my channel, you're what you see is what you get. And I also have a past and I've never been quiet about it. And so at least here, what you're getting, but it's like, none of us knew this shit was going on with JLR. And if some of us did, I guess we didn't know to what extent. Like, I didn't know he had been in a medical facility. It all is coming full circle, right? Knowing so many parts of and pieces of this. And shout out to everyone on X is where I'm finding a lot of it. And I wouldn't be surprised if he starts, taking some of these channels down that are reporting on him. And it's a scary thought because here I am. But there's one more post I wanted to share actually with you guys. Oh, and here's part of the victim impact statement. Not impact statement. The statement she put out, I missed this part. She says, a few side notes. I always knew Nerdy Addict because Nerdy Addict on X has been reporting a lot of this, which is where a lot of those videos have come from that I showed you. Nerdy Addict was a pretty good journalist, but I was astonished when he somehow figured out everything and broke the story a few days ago. Thank you to Matt LeBlanc for giving me the heads up. I had hoped to tell the story on my own terms one day, but Nerdy beat me to it. My hat is off to you, sir. As blindsided as I was, I have to say I'm impressed. You are very thorough. I disabled the X app back in January during this acute shock phase, and that's why I never changed my profile pic. Working on it now. They changed the DM part of this app since then. So if you're someone who's DM'd me since then, I haven't seen it. I'm not ashamed at my time at Project Veritas, and I never will be. I love my PV family, and I always will. One outlandish failed operation over years of great work is part of the job as an undercover journalist. Over the last month, I have been working on starting my own business, and I'll have more to say on that later. And then Nerdy says here, the thing is, it wasn't just regular porn he was looking up. It was big DICK porn gay stuff. Allegedly. So allegedly what was on his phone was not. This picture JLR put out, he's on the toilet. And then there's
this is black because they paid for that. That's their right. You know what I mean? Yep. Yeah. So I don't know. I
This is my daddy. Who's your daddy? This is my daddy. This is my daddy.
This is black because they paid for that. That's their right. You know what I mean? Yep. Yeah. So I don't know.
This is my daddy. Who's your daddy? This is my daddy. This is my daddy.
This is, what the hell? I mean, I don't care if you like Trump, but this is just, I did already read to you guys the incident report, but I'll pull it up here because I know I couldn't read it in the earlier one, but it says DX of anorexia nervosa. Oh, he has anorexia, borderline personality disorder, and antisocial personality disorder. I just really... I don't know what this is either. Yeah, diagnosis. I know. That picture says my two daddies. I don't know what that means. And that's a very uncomfortable picture. And for YouTube purposes, the reason I'm sharing this is it's public information. It ties into mental health, well-being, journalism, freedom of speech. He's on here having people send him a bunch of super chats and shit. So therefore, I think I have a right to share as well as everyone else on YouTube. It's ridiculous. Somebody went on his live earlier because now that he's not streaming inside or in front of Nancy Guthrie's house, he's doing live streaming and doing panels, and someone came onto his panel and clowned him. So let's play that. We need a little bit laughter because fuck, this is dark.
What's going on, JLR?
Hey, saw you waiting. See, you got the Dolphins.
Miami all the way. You recognize me?
ADV. Kinda. Where do we meet? We meet?
We haven't met. You a clown. You a fucking duck, nigga. Pussy. You're a fucking clown, bro. You a fucking clown.
Anything else?
You're a clown. Why you cut me off, though? Why you cut me off? You a bitch. You a clown.
That it actually was funny. I think we needed that after all of this. Oof. I'm just like uncomfortable with everything we've just seen. Who would have thought? Who'd have thought? Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk it? Let me see. Did I skip anything? No, I didn't. Wild. So yeah, my book should be here tomorrow. Everyone subscribe, like the live. Please, please come back for a live reading of Jonathan Lee Rich's book, which I will be reading to you out loud. Like back in first grade, can all sit in a little circle, share and tell. Reading time, bring your little reading logs. Remember the reading logs where you had to read like 30 minutes every day or whatever? You will have your reading time with Melly tomorrow. Melly gets me. Thank you, Amber. I appreciate you for joining Mellyverse, the membership. Shout out to you. Great way to support, and I do appreciate that. His viewers are enjoying what is going on and what he does. Someone tell his viewers what's up, because this is really crazy. I do that daily. Me too, Dova. So that's why I know you guys will be interested to read that book. I might not be able to help myself. I know I'm streaming 𝗠𝗲 Fitzsimmons, but if that book comes early in the morning, we might have to readjust the streaming schedule because I want to get into it ASAP. I'm not even going to be able to sleep because I want to read it so bad. Let me tell you guys what it's about. It's wild. I didn't know it was like something you could purchase, which I'm sure he's probably getting some money from me, but it's okay for reading it and sharing it with you guys so you don't have to spend your money. I'm down. Let me read you a little thing that comes with the book. Over the last 20 years, Jonathan Lee Rich's has been cultivated in an air of mystery. Having originally been incarcerated for wire fraud in 2003, he became infamous both inside of the prison and on the internet for filing thousands of frivolous lawsuits. These suits, often directed at celebrities and corporations, ought to instead be seen as attacks on language and the fabric of social reality itself. A Jonathan Lee Rich's companion gathers some of the most notable suits, as well as 2 essays by doctors, as well as a brief autobiography by Jonathan Lee Rich's himself. It's about 300 pages. Oh, that's nothing. That's nothing. We read thousands of pages here, hundreds of pages of documents. We'll do that in quickie. Many peeps have tried to enlighten his faithful, but their comments are quickly deleted. Yeah, I could tell. I could tell on X when people comment that he's censoring. What difference does it make if he's a random streamer or content creator? Ugh. I mean, to me, it's like whatever, the same thing, I guess. But when you're making $1 million off of people, or close to $500,000 off people for streaming Nancy Guthrie, when this was coming out, he knew. Yeah, it's a cakewalk. He knew when he was putting all this Nancy Guthrie boots on the ground coverage out, he knew this was about to come out. He knew he had been served. He knew what he did. He knew what was going on with his ex. And for him to get on camera and pretend like nothing is outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. 𝗠𝗲𝗺𝗶𝗽 Fitzsimmons is a North Andover police who was shot and her baby was taken away. It's a short bench trial. Yeah, it's a short book, but we'll get through it. I called out JLR more times than I can count when he was covering Nancy. He's a snake and a grifter, says Swank. Okay. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions, yes. Hi, meow meow, Cat Randall. Many peeps have tried to enlighten. I stand with identity theft victims. That's worse. Identity theft and domestic violence, they're both just as bad. If Brian Enton reports on this, this will reach everyone. I wondered too why Brian Enton wanted nothing to do with him when they were both boots on the ground. Someone said he wasn't boots on the ground, he was ass in the chair. Okay, yeah, that too. I'm saying most people don't get that personal connection to him, so they don't care to look into him. That's true. Yeah. There's channels that have called out his BS for years. This is just another layer. Yeah, see? I didn't know some of this stuff. I had never seen some of these videos. So deleting on Facebook as fast as they're posted. That's what's happening on X too. They're literally, he must have somebody working for him. Boots on the run. I'm sorry, that's hilarious. Boots on the run. I have the, oh, you do, Lola? Okay, well that's good. I want to learn about them. Thank you for sharing. I look forward to it. Is the lawsuits he filed? Yeah, let's get into it. Boots on the run. Hilarious. That's all I had for you guys today. So like I said, make sure you were subbed up, have your notifications on. The reading for the book will be live. I'll put up the scheduled streams for tomorrow. I'll put them up later today. The 𝗠𝗲𝗺 one, and I'll do another JLR one. Yes, I wondered as well why Brian kept his distance. Yeah. Brian wasn't very like, oh, hey, you know, and every time JLR had his camera on him, he wasn't like trying to talk to him. Thank you, done deal. Yes, please make sure you hit the like button. And his peplum top. Like I said, White Boy Radio is doing a ton of coverage on him, and he gave me the A-OK. Like I said, we can share all of his stuff, or I can. I'm sure he'll allow anyone, but I did want to share this video though, because it's kind of wild. Yeah, you guys should just check him out. Actually, he has JLR Investigates Violent Attack on Ex-Girlfriend, What Everyone is Missing on the DV and Protection Order, I Stand with Domestic Violence Survivors. Let me play this clip. It's just a few minutes. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. A lot of information here. I'm shook. Is he just going to stay on the internet and pretend that? Because he was standing, remember with the 𝗵𝗵𝗆 Petito case, he was standing saying he defended domestic violence victims. Oof. Let's play this video by White Boy.
This is for 𝗵𝗵's family, all victims of domestic violence. We're not going anywhere, and you need to apply. What's happening with it? It's White Boy Radio back with another one. I'm uploading this video as more awareness on JLR. If you didn't see my live, I'm gonna put this video out single and by itself, right? Now, if you did see my live, I spoke about like when I remembered JLR and BHB, like their strange relationship. And I actually called on my wife
but she was sleeping at the point. But she did say something in chat that people may have missed. Go ahead, babe.
When we were out there at the Petito laundry case, I had went over to Jonathan and asked him for his phone number that morning, and he just happily and willingly gave it to me. And a couple hours later, Matt went over to ask Jonathan for his number, and Jonathan told Matt to just continue keeping in touch with Andra, BHB, to be able to get plans for the following days coming for whatever.
He was standing outside holding signs about domestic violence for Gabby Petito, and then this. And then this.
We had planned to do. So later on that day, Matt was like, it's kind of weird. I asked Jonathan for his number, and he said no. And I'm like, oh, here, you need his number. He gave it to me this morning. And it was just like, what the hell is that about?
He's a weird person, right? He's afraid of a male, right? And he's so I eventually got his number from Noelle. That's how weird it is. I told you it was weird. But in case that, regardless if that information can paint a light about him or not, I played this clip in my live. This is also from the Gabby Petito case. I know a lot of people that support him, you feel duped right now, or you feel some sort of a...
Oh, before we finished White Boy's clip, I did want to say that there is Jonathan Lee Riches, JLR, was married, and allegedly he had his ex-wife institutionalized. Allegedly. So he made it seem like, yeah. It's dark, guys. It's dark from what I hear. I don't know if it's true. Allegedly. Some
type of a way, because you supported the guy and you see the information coming out now. That's okay. It happens. It happens. As long as it happens, right? So I just want to put this out here because so many people that are opening their eyes. This is literally an interview of me and JLR and him speaking about domestic violence victims. So if you haven't seen this, I played it on my live. And here's a re-upload for awareness. If you're covering this, feel free to use it. If you're a creator, share it out there. It's important to me. And this is years old. All I got.
All right. For the last couple of days, you guys have been seeing me out here with John. Just want him to take a second to tell you who he is and how he knows Gabby and whatnot. Go ahead, John. And also to follow his Facebook page.
Yes, so my name is Jonathan Riches. I can be found on Facebook. I know Gabby's cousin who was on the dad's side of the family. So I do take this personally. As you see all my videos that have been circulating online, I've been out in front of the Laundrie family for 2 weeks now. Ever since Gabby went missing, I was the very first person to go to the Laundrie's house with the bullhorn alone, basically saying, where's Gabby? Cooperate. Where's Brian? He needs to cooperate with authorities. And then once Gabby was found, God bless, I went back to the Laundries and I've been out there almost like every day. Let the Laundries know we are here. We seek justice for Gabby, Gabby's family, all victims of domestic violence. We're not going to need to cooperate now.
Where can they find you on social media, John?
Jonathan Riches, JONATHANRICHES. So as you see, we're in front of Cassie.
Look at his shirt. Say yes to Creepy Joe or whatever. Justice for Gabby after everything he's done with his ex-wife and...
As you all know, the new developments with this case, Cassie lied to the media, claimed that she hadn't seen Brian before September 1st.
Oh, it says say yes to Trump and no to Biden, I think it was. Wow. And that's how he fooled everyone, including myself. Gabby Petito, that case is so important to true crime. Shout out to the Petito family. RIP Gabby. I'm disgusted. Disgusted. Most of his lies connected to nobody in the guy. Prayers to all of you. Yeah, Kat. Oh, so many have known for a long time. Okay, I'll go check her out. Stay safe. Yeah, everyone stay safe for real. She's on video too. Okay, I'll have to find it. I sent him $100 last month before learning all of this. I'm going to dispute with my credit card, hoping they will oblige to the return. Credit my funds being returned. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that, slot puppy. That's what I mean is he made Molly Golightly was shocked too. I think I've only seen her a few times, watched her. Yeah, shout out to the Petito Schmidt family. We support victims of domestic violence and mental health. Not like this, though, when you don't try to change or become a different person and you continuously go on and on and on when you're unhealthy and a danger to society. So shout out to you guys for being here for almost 2 hours. Hit the like button on your way out. Turn on your notifications. We will be reading that book here tomorrow. we'll see what we find in there, maybe get a look into all those lawsuits and whatnot. And I will be streaming 𝗠𝗲𝗺𝗍𝗶 Fitzsimmons, and I do have more lives planned for later today. So we'll be covering other true crime cases. This is a true crime channel, but I did want to cover JLR situation, just like we covered the Arctic Fox, the pedophile, or, pedo online. It's important to bring awareness to all of these situations. It's disgusting. I can't believe everything we just witnessed, especially that video. Here, let me play one more time for those of you that missed it. What up, Krupp? Good to see you, love. I know you guys find this disturbing, but we got to watch it one more time. Scary situation.
Hi, Jonathan Lee Riches. This message is for Dictator Adolf and James Holmes. I love you guys. I love you guys to death, and this is what I want to do to you guys. Use your imagination. Hi, Jonathan Lee Riches. This message is for Dictator Adolf and James Holmes. I love you guys. I love you guys to death, and this is what I want to do to you guys. Use your imagination.
That is just deeply
Hi, Jonathan Lee Riches. This
disturbing. We need to have a fun live. We have a fun live after this. We need to cleanse our palate after all of this JLR shit. Absolutely insane. Anyways, I appreciate all of y'all. I'll be reading and going through the comments. Definitely drop your comments if I missed some of your live chats. It does not go unnoticed. There was a lot of chats today. Thank you, Debbie. I did not watch him. Can't wait for you to read book. Yes, tomorrow we'll read it, Valerie. Good to see you, love. Shout out to everyone who's here supporting. I'm new to this channel and I'm here for the tea. Oh, we get a lot of it. It's wild. Subbing up to my channel is not for the. We get wild in here. I appreciate it though. Yeah, a damn egg cleanse. Yeah, good to see you, Krupp. Okay. Shout out to you. Hey, Barry. Good to see you, love. Thank you, Vanjie. Shout out to Crease, Patty, Benjamin, Nemo sign. That was disgusting, says Barry. Wait, who got it? Who got the membership? Why can't I? Nemo got it. Yay. Thank you, Creek, because StreamYard sucks ass sometimes. Thank you, Meow Meow, for gifting a membership and supporting. You're always being so generous. Shout out to you, Nemo, because I know you always here. Is scum what disgrace? You guys, he needs help in prison and in a mental health facility. And I hope that Magnolia heals, and I hope she feels the support, and I hope she can heal and move on from this. And if you still support JLR, I don't really know what to say. To each their own. I won't be hating you or bullying you, but maybe think about it. Anyways, shout out to all of you. Hearts. Please hit the like button. I'll see you guys shortly on the next live. If you're not into the other true crime cases, like I said, I will be reading the JLR book on live tomorrow. So definitely make sure you turn on your notifications. And I hope to see all of you there and in the later lives. Bye.